Hello student, recently NPSC changed the syllabus of NPSC examination and right now it is completely based on the UPSC Civil Services examination. Right now we are going to see what are the changes has been made by NPSC. See, these are the rule and procedure followed by NPSC to change the syllabus. Then we have to look at the syllabus. See, as far as preliminary examination is concerned, there will be only one paper and multiple choice question. There will be only one question and it will carry 100 question, 2 marks each. But what we have to focus, there are 1/3 negative marking. Same exactly UPSC Civil Services examination. Then we are going to see the syllabus. The syllabus is covering general science. In general science, there will be division like physics, chemistry, biology that will be based on the 10th standard question. Suppose that they may ask question like what kind of reaction under nuclear fusion, fission, etc. As far as history is concerned, they have given the syllabus broad general understanding of social economy and political heritage of India. That means what? They may ask socio-economic condition of Mughal Empire, Mauryan Empire, etc. Then Nagaland specific topic like cultural, political and historical and economic question of the Nagaland state, and then geography. Geography question will be based on physical geography like where we find mountains in India, lake, water bodies, glacier, etc. Then social and economic geography like where is the industry, what are primary activity, what are secondary activity, where we find mineral, etc. Then we have to see Indian polity and economy. Polity will cover political system, that means parliamentary form of government, presidential form of government, executive structure, how cabinet, council of minister functions, and economic planning. Like we have 5-year plan, working of Niti Aayog, planning commission, etc. Then we have Indian national movement. Indian national movement generally considered as modern Indian history, like how our freedom fighter fought for freedom. And it will cover the syllabus especially by 18th century. Okay, and then we have to see general mental ability test. It will cover topic like quantitative aptitude, number system, etc., average, percentage, logical reasoning, computer, etc. And then of course current affair related to technology, politics, environment. Suppose that they may ask what is PSLV C61, C62, SIR conducted by Election Commission of India, and so on. And there are categorically mark has been provided that Indian national movement 14 marker, that it may have 7 question. Now we are going to focus on the mains examination pattern, and it is completely based on the UPSC Civil Services main examination. How? It have 4 GS paper, and instead of optional paper there is general study of Nagaland syllabus and one language paper, English comprehension and descriptive essay. Right now we are going to see what will cover in GS paper 1 in mains examination. First topic is art, culture and heritage. The topic will cover salient aspect of art form. That means what? Like Mughal art, Harappan art, Guptan art. We know Gupta Empire is very famous for the temple architecture. Definitely they are going to ask such kind of question. Literature, Kalidas is very famous for the literature like Raghuvansam, etc. So we have to focus on such areas that is completely focused by the UPSC. Now we have modern Indian history. Of course we have to study topic related to freedom struggle. Personalities like Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi, Sarojini Naidu and so on. Then we have to study post-independence. How after independence, India united the different princely states, how India followed 5-year plan, how India achieved LPG goals, such kind of things. Then we have world geography and world history syllabus. And there is categorical mention that world history will cover from industrial revolution, and World War One, World War Two, Napoleon, Hitler, etc. And it will also include society. How diversity in Indian society, what are the positions of women, what are the globalization, capitalism, socialism, Marxism, these kind of ideology would be asked in paper 1. And as far as physical and human geography is covered, here they are covering world physical geography. In preliminary examination, they are morely focused on the Indian geography. But as far as mains examination is concerned, especially world geography and Indian geography both. For example, they will focus on primary, secondary and tertiary factor globally, like Silicon Valley of US. They may ask what are the cold distribution at world level. They may ask why earthquake comes, what are the major things distributed about Pacific Rim belt. Now we have to see GS paper 2 mains in detail. It will cover polity and constitution, but there are division in the syllabus. It will cover Indian constitutional part, that means historical root, the various act introduced by Britishers, then the federal character of state and government organ, that means judiciary, legislature, executive, and it will cover constitutional bodies like Election Commission of India, Finance Commission, CAG, etc. This is completely replica of the UPSC Civil Services examination and other regulatory bodies like RBI, Competition Commission of India, such kind of thing. So what we can see, now they only focus on the holistic pattern. International relation. Now GS paper 2 will cover international relation like India's relation with neighbor country, India's relation with multiple group like BRICS, like SAARC, like Quad. Okay, now we have to see what they are going to cover in GS paper 3, that is called as economy and agriculture. In GS paper 3, they are going to focus on economic planning, resource mobilization, employment, fiscal consolidation like how budget has been formed, and infrastructure model like what is EPC, what is public-private partnership. Then of course agriculture and supply, how the Kharif and Rabi crop cultivated in India, how agriculture product get marketed in India, what is APMC Act. That is the completely the syllabus of UPSC Civil Services. Then in the next slide, we can see GS paper 3 also covering science and tech. Science and tech topic generally rely on current affair based. For example, science and tech will cover biotechnology like what is CRISPR-Cas9, what is defense technology, how India is going to implement anti-missile system, etc. Okay, of course, defense technology, artificial intelligence, intellectual property like, so such kind of topic they are going to cover in science and tech. And then a major section will cover security and defense. What they are going to ask in security, like what is terrorism, what is insurgency, what is cyber crime in India, and how India is curtailing them, stopping them, what are the various schemes, what is the role of various defense forces. Such kind of topic we have to cover in security and defense. Okay. Now GS paper 4. In UPSC Civil Services, this paper is called as Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude. In ethics paper, you have to study human values like hedonism, like theory of justice, Thomas Hobbes, Thomas Aquinas, Machiavelli, and attitude and persuasion. What is aptitude? What is attitude? Okay, and various foundational services value like integrity, impartiality, honesty, etc., etc. And case study based on them. Now, what UPSC has done after 4 GS paper, they rely on optional paper. But instead of optional paper, NPSC has put Nagaland studies, Nagaland specific paper which will focus on history and statehood path and custom and customary law, which are only exclusively deal with Nagaland state specific topics. Then environment and economy of the Nagaland, like how much forest in Nagaland, what are economic activities going in Nagaland, how plantation worker are doing, what kind of crop diversity in Nagaland, and of course polity, society, and what is current thing happening in Nagaland. Then we have to see there is another paper called General English. You can say it another language. It is a language paper. The same thing asked in the UPSC Civil Services examination. It will cover 2 essay, 1 essay of 50 marks and objective comprehension of 100 marks. So this is the complete detail of preliminary and mains examination with the categorization of syllabus. Okay. Now try to focus here. Each and every descriptive paper will have 5 questions of 20 marks and the word limit would be 400 words, and 10 question will have 10 marker and 200 words. So each paper will be 200 marks. Then 6 paper collectively total will be 1200 marks. So this is the syllabus of NPSC right now. This is the right time to focus on the simultaneously preparation of NPSC.